2 weeks, and I'm really enjoying what we're doing this morning. I'm going to throw it off to you so that you can get us started.
Awesome, awesome. So we know that we're celebrating the National Women's Month this month, right? And so this call is going to be called "Breaking Barriers: The Power of Women in Business." So the National Women's Month is all about honoring the past, shaping the future, and I want you to know that we are welcoming you to Breaking Barriers, the power of women in business. And I'm your host, Kayaetta Ann.
And I am Kathy Weathersby.
And today we're diving into the inspiration behind National Women's Month. And more importantly, how women in business can break through barriers and claim their seat at the table. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a corporate leader, or just starting your journey, this episode is packed with motivation and actionable steps and tips to help you rise. So let's get into it.
Well, there's an inspiration behind National Women's History Month. It's celebrated in March to honor the achievements and contributions of women throughout history, Kayetta. It's really a time to recognize the pioneers who paved the way for gender equality in politics, business, science, and beyond. There's been such an attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion because we understand that DEI is now in place of a word that people who don't really want to see diversity, equity, and inclusion use as a dog whistle. The roots trace back to International Women's Day, which is March 8th, which began in the early 1900s as a movement advocating for women's rights, fair wages, and equal opportunities. Over the decades, we've seen tremendous progress from women gaining the right to vote to breaking into industries once dominated by men, like the CBD industry, right, Kayetta? Yet
Yes.
challenges remain, especially in leadership and entrepreneurship. There's several women that we want to highlight here. Kayetta, go ahead and get us started with who we're highlighting.
Well, let's jump off with Madam C.J. Walker. Madam
Yes.
C.J. She was the first female self-made millionaire in the U.S. who built a hair care empire and empowered Black women in business.
We had a chance to do an event at the Madam C.J. Walker space in Indianapolis, and oh my goodness, that theater is gorgeous. The people
Mm,
that work there continue to foster her legacy, and so it's just wonderful. Oprah Winfrey, my goodness, media mogul, philanthropist, and entrepreneur who overcame diversity to become one of the most influential women in the world. And I might add, our first female American billionaire, our first Black American female billionaire.
that's powerful. And what about Indra Nooyi? She's a former CEO of PepsiCo who broke barriers in corporate leadership and championed diversity in business.
Wow. Wow. Well, how about the founder of Spanx, Sarah Blakely? I think she changed a lot of women's lives, right?
Definitely.
Who
Definitely.
revolutionized the fashion industry with her innovative thinking and persistence. See, back in the day, Mama used to call those girdles. But but she came up with a easier, more comfortable way to wear them and hide them under your clothes. So she gets the nod for the girdle of the new century.
Definitely saved me on many occasions, okay? And let's talk about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She was a legal powerhouse who fought tirelessly for gender equality and opened doors for women in law and business.
I tell you, when we lost RBG, on the Supreme Court, I feel like we really saw a turn in how things went in this country, and I'm hoping that we can see that turn back. But Kayaetta, we would be remiss, and we saved the best for last, if we didn't mention the pioneers right here in the Akana family. Let's first start with the fact that our company was started by four women who came together with a similar idea. They synergized their own resources and their skills to formulate Wakana in the CBD space in 2019. Now, 6 years later, we have the visionary as our CEO with a resurgence of the brand into Akana, the expansion into full health and wellness, and an innovative way of being able to help people grow their health through blood type eating. Melissa Boston Atoyebi. I'm telling you, this woman, after 30 plus years in the industry, has now revolutionized how we do business. And I'm telling you, she is just getting started. We have diamonds in our company. We highlighted our Beverly Blair on Monday. We have Gigi Harris. We have Terry Anderson. We have Bernadine Kirkland. And we have, am I missing any? Oh, and Ann Mooney. Oh my goodness. Between Melissa, Beverly, Gigi, Bernadine, Terry, and Ann, we have the powerhouses, women breaking barriers right here in Akana.
Yes, yes, and it's amazing. I'm loving doing these interviews with these ladies because I'm getting so many nuggets, and the stories are so similar when it comes to their inspiration and them saying how Melissa told them, "Hey, you can do it," and they believed it. I am excited about this month and how that we're going to roll out those interviews. So make
Yeah.
sure that you listen to the recordings and look out for the newsletters. But let's get into breaking through barriers as a woman in business. We talked about those that have accomplished some things so far, but how can women continue to break barriers and succeed in today's business world? Well, we have 5 powerful strategies for you all. The first I want to go into is own your confidence. The imposter syndrome is real, Akana Nation, but don't let it hold you back. Believe in your expertise and value. Confidence isn't just a mindset, it's a practice. So you got to study to show thyself approved. And one of the things, like people will say, "Oh, you're so good, you're so great," but and I always share with them that I am, sometimes I'm shaking in my boots, and I just imagine like walking up to a cliff and then just saying, "God, you got this," right? Great is He that is in me than he that is in the world, and I just let go. I just let go. So you want to own your confidence. And Kathy, what about building a strong network?
You really just have to surround yourself with mentors and sponsors and peers who uplift and support your own growth. Networking isn't just about connecting with people, it's about opportunities. And when you build in a strong network, you create opportunities by synergistically working together.
Absolutely. Partnership is everything. So you always want to be looking for what do people need and how you can add value. Number 3 is speak up and advocate for yourself. Whether it's negotiating your salary, pitching your business, or voicing an idea in a meeting, don't shy away from making your voice heard. See, you have to know that right? You want to
Wow.
know your worth. You want to know your value, right? And fear is the false evidence appearing real. It's not real, right? What is real is what you believe and how you take action. And you want to make sure that you hone in on the skill of communication, because communication is key. So if you can communicate correctly what you believe in, what you stand up for, I'm telling you, the sky is the limit. What about number 4, Kathy?
Well, before we go on to number 4, I just want to put an A on number 3. So 3A would be kind of following what Dan talked about yesterday when he talked about joining groups, guys. So think about it this way: speaking up and advocating for yourself means that when you're in these groups, you're not being pushy and you're not being aggressive in pursuing people inside of the group. But the reason why I wanted this to be an A on speak up and advocate for yourself, because a lot of these groups understand that there's salespeople, business people, professionals, medical advisories that are part of the group. And sometimes they have days where they will allow you to talk about your business, to talk about what you provide, to talk about a skill that you have, to talk about a service you provide. Do not hesitate. Don't feel skittish.
That's
If
right.
you're on a business page or part of some of these ailment groups, like the high blood pressure group or an arthritis group, when they ask you a question, answer it with confidence. Speak up and advocate for yourself. The 3B to that would be when you're talking to somebody about your business and they got some trash to talk about network marketing, you need to understand that network marketing has created more millionaires and billionaires than any other business on the planet.
That's
Okay?
right.
You need to
That's right.
realize that you have a company that sells products that work. That separates you all the way from anything that could be called a scam or a pyramid. So you need to stand on that with confidence. Number 4 is keep learning and innovating. Stay ahead in your industry by continuously upskilling. Woo, I like that word.
Yes, me too.
Upskilling. Um, uh, Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the more value you bring to the table. Let me revert that back to Akana, guys. Attend your certification. Listen
Yeah,
to certification. Um,
yeah.
Create a space where you are picking some knowledge up every day about your business, about a product, about a process that gives you empowerment for your business. Kayaetta, number 5.
Yes, number 5. And before I go into that certification, every time I attend certification, it's like it unlocks a door of creativity of all that what my business can be. So definitely plug into those certifications. And then number 5 is lift others as you climb. See, true success isn't just about breaking barriers for yourself, but also about paving the way for the next generation of women leaders. So
Yeah.
my question is who are you mentoring? Who are you pouring into? Who have you taken under your wing, right? It's just absolutely, absolutely important and vital that we give back. And so, in the close, as we celebrate National Women's Month, let's remember that every step forward counts. Whether you're making bold moves in your business or supporting another woman's success, you are part of this movement. And if today's episode resonated with you, share it with all the fellow boss women. Now, all of us women are bosses, okay? Because
That's
we've
right.
been through so much and we've made it through so much. And so we also want you to be sure that you continue to plug into the Wake Up to Akana morning calls, the Diamond Factory calls, because you're going to continue to hear more inspiration and strategies to help you grow in your career and business. And until next time, keep breaking barriers and shaping the future. I'm Kayaetta, and
And Kathy.
And this is Breaking Barriers, the power of women in business. See you in the next episode.
You,
Back to you, Kathy.
Kayaetta. Guys, recap the powerful strategies. Own your confidence, build a strong network, speak up and advocate for yourself, keep learning and innovating, and lift others as you climb. Kayaetta, this is so much fun. I love this episode that we talked about here, guys. Don't forget that today in Chicago we have the live event at 1 p.m. Central, and rebounding is happening after this. Remember to continue to go forward and pull somebody up as you climb. Wonderful. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. And if you have any issues with any orders, be sure to call into customer service. I gotcha. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow.